The Lord be with you.
And with your spirit.
A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Luke. Jesus said to his disciples, "There will be signs in the sun, the moon, and the stars, and on earth nations will be in dismay, perplexed by the roaring of the sea and the waves. People will die of fright, in anticipation of what is coming upon the world. For the powers of the heavens will be shaken. And then they will see the Son of Man coming in a cloud with power and great glory. But when these signs begin to happen, stand erect and raise your heads, because your redemption is at hand. Beware that your hearts do not become drowsy from carousing and drunkenness and the anxieties of daily life, and that day catch you by surprise like a trap. For that day will assault everyone who lives on the face of the earth. Be vigilant at all times and pray that you have the strength to escape the tribulations that are imminent and to stand before the Son of Man." The Gospel of the Lord.
Praise to you, Lord Jesus Christ.
The first coming of Jesus took place some 2,000 years ago. For most of us, the coming of Jesus occurred 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 years ago. And for others still, the encounter with this Jesus, it occurred yesterday, or a week ago, a month ago, or perhaps even up to a year ago. The first coming of Jesus was proclaimed by Jeremiah, the prophet. He told us that there would be an heir to King David. There are two things that he would do amongst us. One, he would keep us safe and secure. And secondly, he would do what is right and just. During Mass, we come to proclaim, "Lord, it is right to give you thanks and praise," and we all respond, "It is right and just." Let us give thanks to the Lord our God. It is right and just. Jesus did the right and just thing by giving thanks to God and pursuing the ways of love. It's just and right for us to do as much. But looking at the first coming of Jesus, we realize that Jesus came in a particular time and in a particular place. Jesus came some 2,000 years ago as an infant, and then a 12-year-old child, and then as an adult. And he came to a land where Bethlehem is located, today part of the Palestinian state, under occupation. It's the place where hundreds of thousands of people visit every year. And so Jesus came to reveal to us that we are loved, came to reveal to us that we're precious, that God delights in us. That was the purpose of his first coming, which we celebrate during this time of year. The second coming of Jesus is going to entail his coming with his holy ones, and about our recognizing him and giving to him through these people we encounter, what the Lord God continues to give us. So Jesus came as an infant. Today he comes in the form of other infants. There's an addition of 2 grandnephews into my extended family. Here's the way that Jesus comes into our lives through a new generation. Jesus came as a 12-year-old child. And now he comes through the 12-year-olds, they're all in school. And then Jesus came amongst us as a stranger, looking to be welcomed. And now he comes in the form of those who are hungry and thirsty, looking for some hospitality, for some care and concern in our homes and in our communities. He comes amongst us as somebody seeking clothing and shelter. Jesus comes amongst us in the second coming, yearning to have someone care for his medical needs, and to visit him in jail. Jesus' first coming entailed his coming to know us and to love us and to serve us. And you know what? Because we keep changing throughout our lives, he keeps repeating the same process again and again. I want to know you now. I knew you when you were 15, and when you're 20 and 25. I want to get to know you now that you're 40, 50, and 60 years old. And as we allow ourselves to be known by the Lord God who loves us, then he realizes, okay, they're going to let me love them. I'm going to love you so much. I'm going to let you know that I delight in you, that you loved. I know it's easy to forget that. But the Lord our God, in his first coming, comes to awaken and acknowledge that we are precious no matter what stage of our lives we find ourselves in. And there's no end to the help that Jesus Christ keeps offering to every single one of us. Jesus keeps coming in the form of those extended family members, neighbors, and friends, many of whom we have yet to meet. In his second coming, what Jesus is doing is he's expecting that, like parents who expect much from their grown children after they finish school, now they're going to start to give in light of all the things that they've received. And we can't just spend the rest of our lives just receiving and receiving. We do continue to receive expressions of God's love, his grace, his spirit, through the whole of our lives for the asking. But Jesus expects that we in turn are the ones who are going to make an effort to get to know one another and to love one another, to care for each other. The scriptures today remind us that we're meant to abound in love for one another and for all. Jesus comes in another surprising kind of way. He comes to us in this Eucharist for which we gather. The reason he does so is that he wants to replenish us, to prepare for the second coming that continues to take place through the whole of our lives. After all, it's that which he who comes from on high will judge us all. And the ways in which we came to receive him in this second coming that occurs throughout our lives. We come to be replenished anew and to be empowered by that Spirit that comes to awaken us the ability to recognize this Jesus who comes to us again and again.